Welcome to another section still on factors, multiples, HCF and LCM. Today we want to look at LCM of algebraic terms. So we should be applying all that will be taught in our lowest common multiples in solving this algebraic problem. We are still dealing with the same question that we had in the previous class when we dealt with the HCF of the algebraic term. For you to be sure of what you're dealing with or what you're solving, we want to apply that same method in LCM. So we've been asked to find the LCM of 4x y to power 2, 16x squared y to power 3, and 20x squared y squared. How do we go about looking for the LCM of this number? So we'll be using the two methods, the tabular method and the exponential method. I will start with the tabular method, but remember, in LCM I said if there's no number or factor that will divide all the multiples you're dealing with, then each of the multiple or each of the number will divide itself. Unlike HCF, where if there's no number to divide all, we'll stop. But for LCM, we are not going to stop because each of the number will need to divide itself. So take note of that until we arrive at 1, 1, 1 at the base. So take note of that. We want to start with the tabular method. And for the exponential method, I said to you that we'll be picking the factors that have the highest power or that have the highest index for us to have our LCM. So take note of these things. Let us apply the concept right now in solving algebraic term. The numbers given to us are 4xy squared, 4xy squared, draw your line, 16x squared y to power 3, draw your line, 20x squared y squared, draw your line. Then draw the line for the factor. Now, recall when we dealt with LCF, we started dividing through by 4, using 4 as a factor instead of 2. I said you can use 2 if you wish, but let's start with 4 to save time and space. So here we're going to start with 4. 4 we cancel 4. You have xy squared left. 4 in 16 is 4. Bring down your s squared y to power 3. 4 in 20 is 5. Bring down your s squared y squared. There's no number here, but we still have 4 and 5. And no number can divide 4 and 5 at the same time. It means 4 will divide itself and 5 will divide itself. This is LCM we are solving now, not HCF, but LCM. Because I said if no factor can divide the numbers, then each number will divide itself. Now we are at 4 and 5. And no number can divide 4 and 5. So 4 will divide itself. Bring down your x, y squared. 4 has divided 4. Will be left with x squared y to power 3. Bring down your 5, s squared y squared. 5 will divide itself. Bring down your x, y squared. X squared y to power 3. 5 has divided 5. You're left with x squared y squared. Now we're left with only letters right away. X is common in all. S will divide. This x will be left with y squared. X will divide, will be left with 1x, y to power 3. X will divide, will be left with 1x, y to power 2. X is not here, but x is common here. So this x will divide itself. X, bring down your y squared. X has cancelled out, bring out your y cubed. X has cancelled, bring down your y squared. You can see that y is common in all. Y will divide, bring down one y. Y has cancelled out one y. You're left with y to power 2. You're left with one y. Y will cancel out. You're left with 1 here. You're left with only y. You're left with 1 here. Finally, y will cancel itself. You're left with 1, 1, 1. You can see we have arrived at 1, 1, 1, 1 or 2. So our LCM will be equal to multiply the factors. 4 times, let me use dot as times. I'm using dot as times. 4 times 4 times 5 times x times x, there are 2x here, x to the power 2 times y times y times y, which is y to the power 3. Now, we have 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 5 is 80 times x squared times y to the power 3. Our final answer is 80 x squared y to the power 3. This is the LCM of 4x y squared, 16x squared, y cubed, and 20x squared, y squared, using the tabular method. Now, quickly, let us run through the exponential method. Exponential method. Exponential method. 4x y squared is written as 2 raised to the power 2 times, I'm still using dot as my times x to the power 1 times y to the power 2. 16x squared y cubed is 2 raised to the power 4 times x to the power 2 times y to the power 3. 20 x squared y squared is written as 2 raised to the power 2 times 5 raised to the power 1 times x to the power 2 times y to the power 2. There's no 5 here, I will add 5 times 5 to the power 0. There's no 5 here, I'll add 5 times 5 to the power 0. Now they all have 5, they all have x, they all have y, they all have 2. So our LCM will be the ones with the highest power, the factors with the highest power. In the family of 2, 2 to the power 4 is the highest power, I'll write it down, 2 to the power 4, times in the family of x, x to the power 2 is the highest power, I'll write it down, x to the power 2. In the family of y, y to the power 3 is the highest power, I'll write it down, y to the power 3. In the family of 5, 5 to the power 1 is the highest power, I'll write it down. So this is our exponential result. Should you ask to write your answer in exponential form or in indices form, this will be the final answer. But should you not ask to do that, you can still write your answer as a whole number. So our LCM will be equal to 2 to the power 4 is 16 times 5 to the power 1 is still 5 times x to the power 2 times y to the power 3. 16 times 5 is 80 x squared y to the power 3. This is the final result. You can see that our answer using the exponential method and our answer using the tabular method are the same. So this is how you solve problems that are algebraic when it comes to LCM, or how to find the LCM of algebraic terms. Either you use the tabular method or you use the exponential method. It's as simple as this. So carefully go through the class and you should solve this yourself. Find the ACF and LCM of 10x cubed y, 14x squared y squared, and 16x cubed y cubed. You solve it, get the answer, and forward to my WhatsApp platform.